and welcome to today's 15-minute segment of America, Do We Care? As our loyal listeners already know, this daily podcast segment consists of a short discussion on any given topic ranging from politics to fashion or celebrity drama. Yesterday, we discussed the idea of finally having tuition-free colleges in New York and the possible outcomes of that action. Many of you voted that you did care and looked forward to see how the percentage of college dropouts would decrease. Today's topic of discussion will be concerning America's security, and we will primarily focus on the case of the former military intelligence analyst Chelsea Manning.
This is exceptionally important given the fact that although she received an extensive sentence of 35 years...
What?
Yeah, 35 years. She will be released this month after only serving 7 years.
It is very important, and that brings up much debate, which is why we will be discussing this today. Does America even care about what Chelsea Manning did and that she will be released early?
All right, before answering all of that, let's just first give you some straight up facts. Hashtag facts. For those who don't know who Chelsea Manning is and why she's very important to the discussion of security in America. So Chelsea Manning was enlisted in the United States Army as a military occupational specialist, 35F, military intelligence analyst, under the name Bradley Manning in 2007. Yes, Ms. Manning was a man.
Oh, okay.
Now she's Caitlyn Jenner. She was very interested in becoming an analyst and selected this specialty due to her interest in geographic affairs. Responsibilities of a military analyst job include preparation for intelligence reports to provide support to the command, establishing and maintaining important military records, receiving and processing important records and reports and messages, integrating income information with existing information to determine enemy changes in capabilities and determine the validity and reliability of incoming data.
Oh my goodness, she did all that?
Right, you hear that? I'm here stuttering and doing all that stuff, right? So when asked, Manning described her responsibilities as primarily requiring her to take into account how raw information can be combined with existing intelligence to create products used to assist command in its situational awareness.
After months of training, she officially began working as a military analyst for the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, also known as BCT, in August 2008 in Fort Drum, New York. While working in Fort Drum, Manning worked with several reports, including significant activity reports, to help produce data that would assist the chain of command in making decisions. These reports also included information on all activities taking place in that location. She was then deployed to the 2nd BCT to Baghdad, Iraq, where she continued to work as an analyst. This is where things took a turn for the worse.
In order to complete her task and duties as a military intelligence analyst, she was provided access to very important reports and files such as Combined Information Data Network Exchange and Significant Activities Reports. Each database held millions of vetted and processed records that recorded all types of information, including activities pertaining to psychological operations, civil affairs, social culture, and human intelligence. So in simple terms, those databases held information about everything that occurred and was important in Iraq and in Afghanistan. This included information that was classified, but also graphic, brutal, and inhumane to many.
Since Manning was an intelligence analyst and needed this information to conduct her everyday duties, she was granted unlimited access to all of this information. At first, she began to make copies of the significant activity reports as backup and to prevent data loss in the future. After learning about WikiLeaks and its ability to quickly spread information in 2010, she decided she should do something more with all the information she had learned. She copied all the reports, all of them, onto her personal computer to bring back to the States when she went on leave. Once she arrived here, she debated whether to expose all this data, but later she decided to do so because she believed the public should know what was going on during the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Absolutely.
As I think anyone would,
right?
She first tried to expose the data via newspaper, but after receiving no response from their headquarters, she resorted to exposing the reports on WikiLeaks. And that happened on February 3rd, 2010. She provided information such as diplomatic cables between the U.S. and other countries and exposed embarrassing information about the United States government. She also exposed 2 videos that captured the U.S. air weapons team and an airstrike assassinating several people in both countries.
So overall, Manning downloaded over 400,000 classified and very sensitive documents about the Iraq War and over 91,000 documents concerning the Afghanistan War. Clearly, the United States government was not happy about this, and so she was arrested and put on trial. Chelsea was found guilty of 20 counts, including espionage and computer fraud, on July 30th, 2013. She was convicted and sentenced to 35 years in prison. However, prior to leaving office in 2017, President Barack Obama, my president, commuted her sentence and will allow Manning to be released on May 17th, 2017. Now this is where the controversy begins.
Absolutely, because her commute has raised both praises and criticism for Obama, but not just Obama, but America in general. I am very well aware, and I know that you are too, that the military was not in favor of this action. It's like letting her off the hook and allowing others to believe that they can leak vulnerable information and later on be pardoned as well.
Yeah, we can't have that. So many people praised this decision and agree with Obama's explanation. He stated that this sentence not only was harsh to begin with, but Manning also took responsibility for her actions and did enough prison time.
So what you're saying is that she was sorry?
Yeah, she said she's sorry. So on top of that, her sentence could not even be compared to the others because hers exceeded them all.
Oh, Lord.
I'm telling you.
So, today we turn to you, America, and ask, do we really care? For some, this is a topic of no importance given the fact that this does not directly affect their everyday lives. But for others, it holds significant meaning because they know that it affects the country's security as a whole. Yes, Manning believed that what she was doing was just providing the public the truth that they needed to know, but in doing so, she had no control of who exactly would be able to access this information, which also included U.S. enemies.
And in addition to that, exposing very important information to our country out to the whole world. But some may argue that labeling information as quote-unquote important or quote-unquote classified is usually how the government keeps the truth and their wrongdoings to themselves. As always, when concluding our segment, we select 2 comments from listeners with opposing views and share them on the air.
Our first comment is from Frank Ben, all the way from Utah. He says, Chelsea Manning would be one of the people that I would be most honored to meet and talk to. She sacrificed everything for the truth. And so, Frank completely agrees with the idea that all she did was to expose the truth to the public and that there's no wrong in doing so.
I don't know, Frank. Our second comment comes from your president, Donald Trump, who says Chelsea Manning is an ungrateful traitor who should never be released from prison. He adds that President Obama, my president, was a weak and terrible leader.
Clearly, this topic brings up much discussion. We would love to continue to read your thoughts on today's topic about Chelsea Manning. And don't forget to vote on today's Twitter poll. America, do we care about Chelsea Manning's early release? Feel free to leave comments below explaining yes or no. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope to catch you all in tomorrow's 15-minute segment of America, Do We Care? Have a great day.